Shalom to all of my sisters and my brothers out there, the Starseed United, allies and friends. I said you infinite love and light, and I receive yours. I just wanted to talk a little bit about being fearless and why. Yes, hallelujah. First of all, we are in the days of judgment. Our Father, Yahweh, the creator of all things, Allah, has stamped this earth for judgment. We've been to that most holy place many, many times. And so we're not in that day that we were in when we were under the curses, so we can move fearlessly. Okay? Now, I was thinking about that, the story in the Bible. They played so many little tricks in the Bible. We don't know what's real, what's not, what's a trick and what's not. But what came to mind was the story about when they arrested Yahushua. And Peter cut off the soldier's ear. Y'all remember that? And then Yahushua picked up his ear and he placed it back on the soldier and he healed him. And he told Peter, he was like, don't you know that I can call for legions of angels to come and rescue me up out of this mess? Well, he didn't call the heavenly host, and we ain't in those days. So if I see any signs of it, as a matter of fact, I'm going to head it off at the pass. I will call the Messiah with the fire tornado and the blast. I'll call Poseidon, the archangels. I will call the Atlanteans. I will call all of the heavenly hosts. And y'all know the universe reacts with us judges. If you see any signs of it, you call on the heavenly hosts. Yeah, they said that Yahushua didn't call on the heavenly hosts. We have every right to do that now. And I will do it. As a matter of fact, he's already here. The host of the Most High has been riding upon this earth. Yeah, just look at Canada. Look at the fires in Canada. That was his fire, tornado, and blast. The Mediterranean Sea, the whole coastline set afire on judgment. That was our Messiah. Yeah, all of the floods that's taken place. Yeah, and the waters boiling, that would be Poseidon. He's in the heavenly host. He is a God. Our Messiah is a God. He's the Son of the Most High. And he is the King and God of this earth. And he is riding with the heavenly host in judgment. And this last summer should be proof enough, But the heavenly host is on pause right now. Just think about the UN's message. Yeah, I forgot what he's called, the head of the UN. Just last summer, he was talking about global warming, and we had 23 unprecedented weather events to happen. We moved to being a boiling planet. Yeah, and all of a sudden, it's on pause with this war. So, our Messiah is not playing. He's going to reset this earth. It's just that we're under a little time of, it's like a pause in the judgments for this war. The last unprecedented event happened in Morocco when that old dragon received his mortal wound. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're new to my station, you might have some catching up to do. When that happened, the heavenly host went on pause. So we didn't hear about the earth boiling. We didn't hear about unprecedented weather events, which are judgments. Yeah, we didn't hear about that kind of stuff lately since this war is going off, because the heavenly host is on pause. And when they come back, they gonna come after everybody that has plotted and schemed with Hashatan, with their laws and their little legal magic and their word magic. He's going to come and destroy all of them. All of them. And I can't wait. These people are so freaking wicked. I was doing a video today because the FBI put out that alert. They put out that alert that we on yellow now. We on yellow alert. And they're saying that we have some terrorists here in the United States, like some little terrorist cells, and they're claiming that they're coming in on the borders. They've been coming in through the borders. And them Chinese really been storming the borders lately. They've been coming over here. Yeah, but when they said that the FBI said that, and we heard little Miss Kathy Manning with all of her demands that they start enforcing this anti-Semitism. Yeah. And you know they have us under the category of terrorists because they have slandered us with the word extremist. So let's look at the FBI, what they say about terrorism. Protecting the United States from terrorist attacks is the FBI's #1 priority. The Bureau works closely with its partner to neutralize terrorist cells and operatives here in the United States to help dismantle extremist networks worldwide. Dismantle extremist networks worldwide. Now let's go to the ADL. I was looking for the Hebrew Israelites, but this popped up first, them begging for money like they always do. Have all the money in the world, but yet they beg. Okay. Keep our communities safe from anti-Semitism and hate. By donating to the ADL today, you'll ensure we are well positioned to disrupt the spread of anti-Semitism, anti-Zionism conspiracy theories, and all forms of hate online. Identify extremists. Let me say that again. Identify extremists, and when possible, stop extremist violence before it happens, and support all ways that together we fight hate for good. Okay, so you see here. To what? Identify who? Now here is what they have to say about the extremist sects within the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. Okay, let me stop right there. First of all, we are not a movement. And you know it. Yeah, we are a people. We are a nation that you stole our identity. So that's where they came up with this Black Hebrew Israelite, like we some kind of religion or something. Okay, now this is what they say the key points are about us Hebrew Israelites. Okay. Black Hebrew Israelites are not the same as Black Jews or Jews of color. Not all Black Hebrew Israelite organizations are anti-Semitic or extremists, implying that some of us are. The Black Hebrew Israelites movement is divided into organizations or sects that operate semi-independently across the United States. Okay, that's all I got to read here. Because they're implying that we are extremists. And what are the FBI looking for? Extremists. Yeah, our Messiah's not going to come and play nice with these wicked ones, especially the synagogue of Satan. Yeah, they're going to be the main targets, like how they're trying to put targets on us by using hateful language. Talking about anti-Semitism. You labeled us Hebrew Israelites as extremists, and we haven't touched anybody, and you put a target on us. So basically, they slandered us with this word, and they put us in grave danger with this word because they have the FBI working for them to enforce whatever they say. And that's why collectively we need to sue the ADL, not only for this, not only for this slander, but for stealing our identity as well. Yeah. So now we have the United States on yellow alert, and we have, they saying, people are storming the borders. That's what they're worried about, when people been storming the fucking borders for years. They haven't been worried about any sleeper cells. Nobody have been doing any terrorist, well, just a few people, a few wild cards. See, they act on their emotions of hatred. They physically act on it, not just with words. See, that's when it becomes dangerous to them. When people have a passion of hatred, which is a passionate dislike for them or something that they're doing or how they're operating in the government. Yeah, these are the people that they have targeted. Okay, so now let's look at the ADL about our sovereign citizens. And we know most of our sovereign citizens are melanated people. Yeah, it says, facing charges, some Goyim Defense League. You see how they talk? But nobody can say shit about them. They can use the most hateful language. They can label people and put them in danger. And yet, they can call people fucking Goyims, which is animals, cows, just like how Netanyahu called Hamas animals. Yeah. So there's some sovereign citizens. They call you guys extremists too. Putting a target on your back as well. And it doesn't stop there. If you're in an organization that disagrees with them, they got you on an FBI hot list as a terrorist because they labeled you as an extremist, and the FBI is looking for terrorists. You see what I'm saying? Ooh, this is deep, y'all. Mother told us that we were in a great war. She said that it's magic against magic, didn't she? She said, we're in a great war you need to fight. It's words, energy, and illusion. This is a great war. They're coming after my children, and you need to go to the courts of the Most High about this. Word, anti-Semitism. Now we have this great war going on where the world's energy is going towards their opposition. Kathy Manning got up there and she want everybody to shut the fuck up, and she wants to stick the fucking FBI on it, and evidently they listen, because the very next day after her fucking speech, they put this country on a yellow alert and put a map out there of terror cells. Yeah. So, terrorist. The definition of a terrorist is a person who uses unlawful violence. We're innocent. And intimidation. We're innocent. Especially against civilians in pursuit of a political aim. We're innocent. Yet we're labeled extremists under the umbrella of terrorists. And who is doing all these things? Okay, now let's look at Netanyahu. A person who uses unlawful violence and intimidation, especially against civilians in pursuit of a political aim. Let's look at the ADL. A person who uses intimidation, especially against civilians in the pursuit of a political aim. Let's look at all the stinking Blinkens in the White House. A person who uses intimidation, especially against civilians in pursuit of a political aim. That's exactly what they're doing by sticking the FBI on us. And we have the evidence because Kathy fucking Manning got up there with her little speech the day before they put this yellow alert out there. I told y'all it's not just about this war. This war has everything to do with our promises of rulership. They stole our identity. Now they're trying to steal our blessing. And they're trying to stick the FBI on us to round us all up like Mother told us in the very beginning. All of this, what they're doing right now, all of this shenanigans is to intimidate us, civilians, all of us, anybody that says anything about them. Yeah, this is to intimidate us into submission, into quietness, while they call us goyams, while they call us terrorists, while they call us extremists, and while they get to do it and tell the FBI who they want to call these things, you see. Fuck that. Fuck the ADL. Fuck all of you stinking blinkins trying to trap us. And the only thing we have to do from this dimension, Starseed United, is when Mother shows us, all we have to do is go to the courts of the Most High and put them in, and the Most High puts the host into action against their asses. We've seen it happen time after time after time. I told you guys, this is the end game. Now let us remember that the name of that organization that they birthed in 1915, the ADL Nation, there's tentacles reaching all the way into the White House that they call a trope, but we've seen all kind of them coming out of the White House with their shenanigans. So it's no trope, it's the truth. Now, they labeled us as extremists, which puts us in the category of terrorists. And what is a terrorist? A person, usually a member of a group, who uses or advocates terrorism. A person who terrorizes or frightens others. We are innocent of these crimes, therefore, them calling us extremists is slander. This is all very illegal, and it's against our human and civil rights, what's happening right here over in the United States, what they're trying to do. And it's not just us Hebrew Israelites. They're going after everybody that says anything about them that they don't like. Everybody. Red, yellow, black, and white, honey. They're going after anybody and everybody because they want to control us and intimidate us with these law enforcement. Now, I'm going to show a few clips. They have to be included in this video. If you've already seen them, just go on back to, I have to do this the way Mother's telling me to do it. And so, yeah, I'm repeating some of this information because she's lining everything up. She's exposing these motherfuckers for everything that they've done, all of their wickedness. So we're gonna start here with Jonathan Greenblatt right after he failed to put Hebrews to Negroes down.
And a lot of what we do is behind the scenes. And sometimes we do call things out, but I believe that you call people in before you call them out. Absolutely. And I don't believe in cancel culture. I believe in counsel. A lot of people who don't like me. Mm-hmm. People on the far right, people on the far left, people in all kinds of communities. Because I think, we call it out, whether it's Kanye West or Tucker Carlson or Marjorie Taylor Greene or sometimes Ilhan Omar, we will call it out. Mm-hmm. Or SNL or Amazon, we call it out. So that being said, what do we call out? So again, our core mission, if you will, is protect the Jewish people. That's our core purpose. Mm-hmm. So anti-Semitism is the threat. So anti-Semitism is kind of an irrational, let's say, hatred of Jewish individuals or institutions because they are Jewish.
Did he say irrational hatred for Jewish people just because they're Jewish? Well, I'm definitely not guilty of that. I'm guilty of not being anti-Semitic. I'm guilty of not being anti-Semitic because my passionate dislike for Jonathan Greenblatt and all of the players in this shenanigans, and all of the players, whether they're Jewish or not. They could be stinking blinkins. They could be news outlets, whoever's involved with slandering my people and putting a target on my people, putting a target on me, putting a target on the Moors, putting a target on anybody that has the freedom to feel the way that they want to feel, whether it's passionate, dislike, or like. Evidently, they don't like us because they have already labeled us and put targets on us, and they want us to be punished for claiming our identity. And I'm supposed to love and like them? Are you kidding me? And so what they're trying to do is block it, and they're trying to block the influence, like me putting out this video. Yeah, they don't like it because somebody just might get influenced by it, and somebody might not. People have the right, everybody have the right to listen to both sides of the story. Nobody has a monopoly on everybody's emotions and controlling them. See, they don't want you to influence. They think you might control somebody's emotions while they're controlling emotions by labeling people these words. I got a download the other night about that word terrorist. I was looking at a movie. It was one of them action movies. I can't remember which one. But one of the men in there said, if you can make people terrified or afraid of something, then they will allow you to do anything to protect them. See? And all the time we're innocent. We never did anything to these people. But you see how they're having attacks against us with words? But we can't use our words? Man, fuck Jonathan Greenblatt.
And anti-Semitism is interesting if you think about it relative to other forms of prejudice. Because I think anti-Semitism, it's like a conspiracy theory. Like, it's about the way the world works.
Is it a conspiracy or is it the way the world works? It's both. It's a conspiracy of how the world works.
So the Jews did this to me. The Jews have too much power. The Jews are the communists. The Jews are the capitalists. The Jews control Congress. The Jews want to kill Christian people, Muslim people, black people, whatever. It's this black people, whatever. It's this black people, whatever. It's this warped kind of idea that shapeshifts relative to time and place.
Okay, so this would, if they ever took me in and I had to get before Congress in a hearing or before a judge on criminal charges or whoever is supposed to be judging, this is my loophole right here. I don't have an irrational hatred towards the Jewish people. Yeah, I have a rational hatred, which is a very passionate dislike for what they did and all of the participants and all of the shenanigans of putting my people, my family, my brothers and sisters, and my allies and friends in danger. I have a passionate dislike, and it's not irrational. My passionate dislike for you is that you stole our identity. You enslaved our people. You kept us enslaved. You separated us from our true identity while you rode on the blessings. And those days are over.
Where the FBI and the NYPD apprehended 2 men with bulletproof vests, guns, knives, swastika armbands, and rounds of ammunition. That was based on a piece of intelligence that an analyst sitting at our Center on Extremism provided to the FBI. So last year we gave over 1,300 tips. Again, like making sure that white supremacists and other kind of sovereign citizens and radicals don't commit acts of violence. So number 1, we track incidents, and I'll come back to the incidents. Number 2, we advocate. So the short term is protecting the community. The medium term, it's about improving the climate. And we lobby in Washington, we lobby in state capitals, we litigate. Right now we're trying to bankrupt the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers. And we speak out in the court of public opinion too.
I'm on the court of public opinion too. And I have every right to be there just like you. We are no longer under the curse that you knew we were under when you pulled all your shenanigans. We're no longer under that curse. And we do fight back. I'm fighting back right now. I'm fighting back fearlessly, honey. I can give a damn about your FBI, CIA, Homeland Security, the State Department, the Congress, all the way up to the President of the United States. I hold rank in the 5D, and y'all spies know it. Y'all seen our victories time after time. And I know my words of truth and my evidence just makes you cringe, doesn't it? And I know that my words just make you cringe. Yeah. It just causes all of this irrational hatred towards me, a Semitic person, which makes you anti-Semitic. So the real anti-Semites are the synagogue of Satan. And so there's conspiracy theory of The way the world runs. Yeah. See, he's tricky in his language. You have to listen to this one very carefully. He calls all of this a conspiracy theory, and we see that these people have influence. They have influence in Congress, okay? And the influence in Congress is not just them, What's his name? Oh, Dougie Imhoff, Kamala Harris's husband. He had two of us sitting next to him in support of this. Yeah. So it's not just them, the you-ish people, but it's also the participants that are going to be facing judgment for supporting evil in any kind of way. You spies out there, y'all are included too. You're included if you participate in this evil. Ooh, we're going to ask the Most High for something real huge this time, you guys. Let's go back to this evidence, though.
Yes, I mean, you're absolutely right. I spoke to a few of these Jewish groups that'll be there today, and what they're asking for, and they've said they've been asking for a long time, the difference is this week they're backed by 125 members of Congress from both chambers and both parties who are calling for a whole of government approach. And what that means is that, to combat this phenomenon here, they're asking DOJ, DHS, the State Department, FBI, all to sort of be really coordinated and data sharing best practices, and further cooperation and collaboration.
So now you hear from the horse's mouth all of their involvement with the government agencies and how they influence the court of public opinion. Yeah, you see all the evidence of them lobbying in Washington and them giving them 1,300 tips just last year on words. Yeah. And not only that, but he gets to further collaborate with them. And they give him their information too. You see, they want the monopoly in the courts of public opinion, but they cannot have it any longer. And that's why they call people like me on social media. Yeah, they'll call this a false narrative, even though I'm bringing evidence. Yeah, they'll call this anti-Semitic. And they're not even Semitic. Yeah, but they think that they're the only ones that have a right to public opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own fucking opinion. A lot of people don't resonate with what I'm doing and what I'm saying. So fucking what? I don't resonate with what you say and what you're doing. So fucking what? You don't get a monopoly on this. These people, they want to be the only ones that have the power to use hateful words and see what I look at as hate language. Okay, or hate speech is something that you say about somebody. Many of us have experienced that when people slandered us, or we made a mistake and people just capitalized on those words to cause other people to hate us and cause other people to attack us. And that's the same thing, this slander. We are put on a list of terrorists, and that is a fight. And so what do? Okay, you might say, I started this out saying why I'm moving fearlessly. First of all, I showed them I have so many more screenshots of our allies. I could just instantly go to a place and show you some magic. Show you our allies. Yeah, I have the capability to do this because I have mastered my magical gift on Google Earth. Yeah. So now, what they're doing is trying to intimidate us into not speaking out against what they are doing while they're trying to rule over us. Yeah. So that's why I move fearlessly. What do I have to lose? What the fuck do I have to lose? By fighting back, they're trying to destroy us. This is truly Psalms 83. crafty counsel that want Israel, true Israel, to be no more. That is this crafty counsel. And let me tell you something about warfare. Okay, this is how Hashatan and his crew works. Those energies work. Okay, so they could be having the upper hand in the fight, and say you get knocked down to the ground, and they broke your nose, you down there and you in pain, and you're already down there crying and struggling and can't even get up, damn near knocked out, and then they just jump up and break your ribs, and then they kick you in the kidneys, and then they stomp your head. Yeah, that's how Hashatan fight, and that's why I fight back. That's why I fight back the bullies. Yeah. And the mother has shown us how to fight these bastards back. So, is it truth or is it a conspiracy that they have power in the White House? Who was making all these requests? Doug Emhoff, Jonathan Greenblatt, the 13 families, all of them are Jewish. Conspiracy or truth? She said further collaboration, which means they've been spying on us a long time illegally and sharing that information. Now, I just can't make this up. I looked up the FBI director, and he's a stinking blinking too. He's a Yale graduate. That's why I'm a proud conspiracy theorist. You do just a little bit of digging and all these pieces of the puzzle start coming together on the conspiracy, making the theory absolutely the truth. So we saw Kathy Manning before Congress. We've seen, he was on the hot seat too. This one was on the hot seat. And we see where he made the announcement that there's terrorist group all over the United States of America. Now they're claiming that who they're targeting are the people from the Middle East, but I don't believe a damn thing that come out of these people's mouths. I think anybody that has a passionate dislike for them or what they're doing is the target. They already have the FBI in their pocket, and we see where he come from school.
Minneapolis has now been arrested after police say she crashed her car into a building thinking it was a Jewish school. Police say the woman told them that she did it on purpose after seeing an Israel school sign on the door. She also reportedly made references to, quote, her people back in Palestine. Now, according to the Anti-Defamation League, the building actually houses an extremist organization that is designated as a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. No one was hurt in that crash. Now, according to the Anti-Defamation League, the building actually houses an extremist organization that is designated as a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. No one was hurt in that crash. Now, according to the Anti-Defamation League, the building actually houses an extremist organization that is designated as a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. No one was hurt in that crash.
So let me get this straight. We have a woman that has family in Palestine, and she has all of this passionate dislike for the Jewish people or the Israelis for what they're doing to her family. She, running off of her, fueled with passion. Yeah, she did something criminal. She ran her car into a Hebrew Israelite school. So now the school was the victim. The Hebrew Israelite school was the victim. But do you see what the Anti-Defamation League said about it? And they're talking about is terrorist cells all over the place. You don't see the connection. I do. So it's not only the Anti-Defamation League involved, but it's the, what is it? Southern Poverty Law Center. And we see some of us is in there, some of them is in there, some of Synagogue of Satan, some Asians. Yeah, they have all of their corners covered, even with us. And everybody involved in the shenanigans, red, yellow, black, and white, Hebrew synagogue of Satan, whoever's participating in this evil will be facing judgment and justice for their slanders and for all of their wickedness. We need to sue them too for their labels of hatred to make people hate us. This is hate language that they're using against us, but we're not supposed to say anything. Or they want to sick the FBI. Yeah, the stinking, blinking FBI director on us. And we are innocent. Even in this situation, totally innocent. We were accidentally the victims of this crime, yet they label us as a hate group. I think this was an overdose of stinking Blinkins, the 12 tribes of Hashatan, and all of their wickedness. I'm kind of like overdosed with seeing these atrocities. Yeah, but they must be mentioned. I'm going to stop right here with it because I had another stinking Blinken to show y'all. But I'm going to leave it right there. This is evidence enough of their slander against us, against their hate speech against us, their hatred towards us, their conspiracy to have the FBI to come after us. Enough is enough. It's time to go to the courts of the Most High and talk to our Father about it. First, I want to give Mother much gratitude, respect, and adoration because she has led her children to this most holy place, the courts of the Most High, as she has guided us in our mission, pointed out our enemies, pointed out their magic, and told us to fight. And it was magic against magic. And we're going to the courts of the Most High like you told us to, Mother, with another issue. Thank you so much for your guidance. It's so clear. All of you judges out there, take your position. Put your judgments in the comments section, or you could just say them in the background if you don't want to do that. But by all means, take your judgments to the courts of the Most High with me. And put your energy with mine. And all praises to our Father. Thank you, Father, for bowing the heavens to hear our cry and our cause. One more time, thank you for appointing us to be judges in this great reset. Thank you for our 5D positions in the kingdom of love and light, where our big brother reigns as the king and the God of this earth. Father, we have been slandered against by the ADL and by the Southern Poverty Law Center. They have labeled us as hate groups. They have labeled us as extremists. And Father, I am extreme when it comes to you and my relationship and my identity and my connection and my testimony of being a Hebrew Israelites. Yes, I'm very passionate about it. They call it extremism, Father. They're saying all of these hateful things about us, and because they're on the court of public opinion, and they want us to shut up. And Father, I will not be quiet, especially in your courts, because I know you hear me. Father, they put out an alert, a yellow alert over America, saying that there's terrorist cells everywhere. Yeah, and they have labeled us under the umbrella of terrorists by calling us hate groups and by calling us extremists and radicals and anti-Semitic when they're not even your children. Father, we ask that you bring great judgment to them. Great judgment, Father. As they go out, Father, I ask you to take the host of the Most High that has been on pause. Before they could touch one of us, I ask you to release the host. Release the host upon them, Father. Upon them, upon everyone that they love and everything that they love. And I ask you to balance the scales, Father. Balance the scales. They have all of these centuries of treachery towards your children. And I ask you to pay them back with your vengeance take revenge for us, Father. Release the heavenly host on them, Father. They want to release the FBI, CIA, Homeland Security, and the State Department on us. Father, I ask you to release the Messiah, the archangels, Poseidon, Pegasus, the angels, and all of our allies from the 5D, the Krakens, the Sulanoops, the dragons. I ask you to release them upon all of those who have conspired against your children, Father. I ask you to expose all of their lies to the world and let the world see just how monstrous these people have been. For them putting targets on us for their hateful words, their slander against us, Father, we ask that you just light up the targets on them for the heavenly host. Abracadabra. And snatch their rulership away. Snatch their rulership away, Father. Abracadabra. We ask that you send a confusion in the camp. Let all of those who's resonating with the truth stand strong. All of those who know about their treachery, let them come forward and tell the truth. All praises, Yahweh. We thank you so much for keeping us safe from these people. Because they want Israel to be no more. And they have plotted and planned for this day for a long time. And it looks like they're trying to do another false flag so that they could do us like they did the people in Gaza, backed by the U.S. government. Father, they're in the court of public opinion, and even when we're victimized accidentally by someone who thought that we were them, they still put labels on us. We ask that every time an evil, slanderous word or plot comes against us through them, that you curse them and their families and everybody they love, their dogs, their cat, their house, their finances, their cars, their help. We ask you to send a spirit of just total anguish upon them and fear. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. Let it all backfire on them, Father. As you raise us up, you said that you was going to make them bow at our feet and worship in Revelation 3:9, Father. And we're waiting for that promise. We know that it's not long coming. All praise is Yahweh. Thank you once again for inviting us to your holy courts and bowing the heavens to hear us. And we're looking forward to seeing something in the news about your vengeance against them for us. Thank you, Father. We adore you, Mother, and we pledge our allegiance to our big brother, Messiah. We're not of this world. We're not of this kingdom. We're not of this government. We have severed ties, Father, and we have pledged to the kingdom of love and light, which you are ultimately over and under the rulership of our big brother, your son, the Messiah, with a fire, nail, and blast coming out of his mouth. All praises and glory to you, Father. All praises and glory. Starseed United, you know what to do. You know, if I forgot to say anything, put it in the comment section. Please, the Most High is listening to you. Whatever you would ask of him against our enemies, say it. Put your energy in there. If it's hidden alike, you put some energy into this fight. The Most High has appointed us from this 3D dimension to mirror what's happening in the 5D, to bring about the Great Reset. We're a great part of it. Yeah, so do your part. If you are new to my station and you resonate with this message, you're welcome to join in the fight by joining your energy with my energy and taking these bastards to the courts of the Most High. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and your notification bell, because here at Judgment News, we don't only point out what our enemies are doing, we fight back. And the Most High is hearing us. We have great victory. We have records of victories over these last 8 months. Yeah. All praises to the Most High. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for your support of this station. Thank you for your participation. I salute you all. And I salute the heavenly hosts. Kwam Yasharala. Okay, you guys, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all of this good news. And thank you for your comments and joining me in this fight. Doesn't it feel good to fight back? Yeah, and we're very successful and victorious. All praises to the Most High. And thank you so much for your gifts of love. They're very appreciated. Yeah, may the Most High bless you 100-fold for whatever your heart's desire. Abracadabra. Okay, you guys, until the next magical show, the Hebrew Widow, the Hebrew Rose of Jericho out. Shalom.